You identify yourself with that pattern, and not only you identify yourself with that pattern, all the suffocation that pattern brings, you start blaming everyone other than you. That is, I tell you, even if you drink a cup of coffee, because of the obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern, it is drinking poison. Because the coffee is going to strengthen this obsessive compulsory reactionary pattern. Obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. Listen intensely and listen carefully. If you just understand this one message from Paramashiva, you will pull yourself out of all delusions. All delusion. This obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern, you strongly feeling that pattern is you, and all the suffocation comes with that pattern, you start blaming everyone around you, saying that they are all suffocating me, instead of looking inside and solving it, attending to it. Listen carefully. Every time a disciple listens to my words, my instruction, Guru Vak, he is blessed, protected, showered. I am telling this to Indu Priyal directly, because she walked out of one of her biggest obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern, listening to my words, Guru Vak. I tell you, when I give you a Guru Vak, I put my hand exactly on that obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. When you listen to Guru Vak, not only you escape from all suffocation, side effects, after effects, you are showered with all the blessings and auspicious. I can give you 1,000 examples, or I can give you millions of examples. Every time when people walk out of their obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern, they save themselves from tons of sufferings. They pull themselves out of delusion, and they are showered with all the good things. One of the most beautiful quality I have seen with Jnanatma. I will train her, scream, all that is different. One beautiful quality. End of the day, she will simply obey me. Guru Vak is the ultimate. She knows only by obeying me, she will get out of that obsessive compulsive disorder, that obsessive compulsive reactionary disorder. That one decision Jnanatma has, obeying the Guru Vak. That saves her from all the mess and all karmas and all delusions. I tell you, I have saved millions of people from their sufferings, suffocations, delusions, just by directly pointing out their obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. If I have to give a rough equivalent for the word trobhava, delusion, I'll give this word only. Obsessive, compulsory, reactionary pattern, associating, identifying yourself with that pattern, and suffocating yourself and blaming everyone. Oh, this person made me to believe this pattern. This person is suffocating me. This person put the pattern in me. This person is torturing me. You blame everyone around the world other than taking the responsibility and completing and getting out of it. And I have also seen people waste their time, money, treasure, the life, talent, everything in stupid sicknesses. Actually, there won't be sickness. It is just obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern becomes so deep in their system, even they started lying to themselves. They lie to themselves so strongly, they manifest, they create diseases inside. Actually, there is no disease outside. But if you tell them, they won't listen. Actually, they don't have any disease. But if you tell them, they won't listen. So I will also tell, okay, give medical care, do whatever they want. Only when they realize the Guru Vak, they will get out of the disease. I tell you, I have made thousands of people achieve liberation, enlightenment itself, just by breaking this one pattern, obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. Same way, I have made millions walk out of their diseases, including cancers, just by giving Bhasma, sacred ash, and helping them to walk out of this obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. I have seen how people create delusions, suffocation, suffering, torture themselves and others with this obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. I tell you, if you break from this pattern, you will start living in Anandamaya Kosha. Most of the time, your laziness is obsessive, compulsive behavior. Your irritation, anger, hunger, almost everything which suffocates you, binds you, is obsessive, compulsive disorder, reactionary pattern. When I give a Guru Vak, I'll precisely put my hand on that only. See, only one Guru Vak, Bhagavan Reddy obeyed. I gave him one Guru Vak, stop watching movie. That's it. He asked me, can I watch this movie, that movie? I'll stop Telugu movie, but can I watch this devotion? I said, nothing doing. Stop watching. And I tell you, not only the wealth, the kind of a success, fulfillment, everything he is enjoying now is just because he obeyed that one Guru Vak. Just only one Guru Vak. And I know within next few years he will become billionaire. Not just millionaire, billionaire. Just listen. I am telling you the success stories of how breaking from your obsessive, compulsive, reactionary behavior liberates you, makes you feel success in the life. Whether your hunger, anger, fear, sex, violence, guilt, all powerlessness is your obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. Same way I can give you the other side. How when people don't understand, their whole life is destroyed. One fellow, he was even brahmachari in the Kailasa, in Adi Kailash, in Indian Sangha. His name is Vishnu Bharani. I am telling the name because no other way. Only if I tell the name, you guys will understand. His father was a great devotee, very sincere devotee. He came and cried to me that his son is behaving very weird and somehow to heal him. So I studied his whole energy, father's energy and son's energy. Father has done some crime in his life. That karma is following him. And that has become like a demon possessing him. And that same thing is happening to his son. Because he is a great devotee, he somehow started strongly connecting with me. I decided to save him. I said, all right, let him be here. I told the son, that Vishnu Bharani, let him be here. I will heal him. And you be away from him. I don't want both of you together. So I sent the father back home and he was here in the ashram. He slowly started settling. That ghost, bipolar, started healing and he started getting healed and settled. But this stupid fellow, the moment he is healed and he becomes all right, his arrogance comes up and says, I'm going. He ran away. I said, all right, what can I do? But after a few days, he realized, being in the hometown, I think he's from Ooty, he was not able to maintain his health physically, mentally. He collapsed and he came back. His father also came and cried to me. I said, all right, let him be here. I forgave and I accepted him back. Again, after some time, he started beating others. I said, now what can be done? And the Adinavasis came and started complaining to me. Oh, he is beating, he is behaving abusively, he is attacking all of us. I told him, don't do this. Be polite. I told all the Adinavasis also, just support him. It's okay. He's possessed and he will become all right. He was in Madurai that time. Madurai SSJP. I was not physically there with him. So I told it will take a little time for him to get healed. Just tolerate and support him. Treat him. Feel him that he is a patient and just support him. But that fellow has become so arrogant. He called his father. I told the father, hey, listen. Both of you have that same ghost. And both of you are not understanding. If you guys are together, be very clear, one will kill the other. Unfortunately, both of them are not ready to listen. That reactionary, obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern, the ghost, the karma of his crimes has taken over them so powerfully. He took the son and both of them went. I tell you, maybe within few months, I clearly warned them. Both of you will kill each other. Actually, father died. I told him, see, both of you, the kind of energy you guys carry, you will trigger each other just by your presence with each other. In Hindu tradition, we have a great science called Jyotisha. That science is given for this purpose only. You can see what kind of energies run, what kind of traits run in that person and guide them. I told so much, but both of them, when they were possessed, both of them thought, I am asking the son to be in the ashram to make him work for me. Stupid fellow. He neither contributed nor worked. What a possessed fellow can work? And he is beating everyone around. I told the others to tolerate him. Finally, the father died just by the pressure created by the son. He had a heart attack and died. Not only that, immediately when I came to know that father died, the son realized what I said is true and he begged me, save me, save me. I said, all right, at least now come back to Rajapalayam Adinam. You be alone. Just be there doing some go-seva, all that. Settle down. But unfortunately, his arrogance, he did not come. Now he has actually become mad. Not only became mad, few days before he is sending me the message. You hand over the whole Sangha to me. I want to go for Parivraj Yatra with the whole Sangha and you take rest. I thought, oh God. And then after a few days he is messaging. Everyone around me thinks, he is messaging that everyone around him thinks that he has gone mad. And he is afraid others are going to kill him. Now itself I am putting it on record. Be very clear. I am putting it on record. Still he is not killed. I am telling you, either he will kill others and go to jail, or he will be killed, or he will commit suicide. No other way. Because it has gone out of my hand. Nobody can save him. Nobody can save him. Even if we give a separate ashram for him, he doesn't want to stay. That karma in the form of ghost has taken over him. His obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern is so strong now. Nobody can save him. Now I put this on record in public. Any one of you try to reach out to him and tell him, educate him, you can't save. He won't listen. Either he will kill someone and go to jail, or he will commit suicide, or somebody will kill him. Because when he tries to attack and tries to kill someone, naturally they will, for self-defense, they will kill him. Unfortunate. Knowingly we can't save people. Obsessive compulsive behavior pattern is too dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Yesterday I have felt such a deep job satisfaction when I saved Indu Priyal. She is worthy of being saved because she is such a sweet person. She was actually literally getting sucked into a very dangerous, self-destructive, obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. Her listening to my Guru, my words, just saved her. I have so much job satisfaction whenever I liberate people from this obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. I tell you, I can give you thousands of recently, Jyotika and Bhaktika. Bhaktika has so much anger towards everyone around her. I made a rule when the corona started spreading in India. I sealed all the ashrams. Because I know, even if you don't die by corona, your power manifesting ability will greatly be destroyed and drastically reduced if you are attacked by corona. So I sealed the whole ashram, all ashrams. I was so vigilant. But this Bhaktika, such cunning, extremely disobedient, anger, violence towards everyone. Bhaktika and Jyotika both. It's like a ganging up. Did not shut down the Tiruvannamalai campus just because I put them as in charge. They thought it is their ashram. Did not obey me. This just obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. If some rule is put, we will not ask why, what, all that. We will just crash. We know how to cheat. We know how to break. So that gives a kind of a kick. Finally, who suffered? Bhaktika suffered corona. She did not die. One good thing. Good thing she is alive. But now, how much I have to work to make her do power manifestation? To recover her, to manifest powers. Same way Jyotika. So much violence on everyone around. She did not wait 5 minutes in Madurai SSJP for Annamaya to open the gate. So much anger. Oh, I have come. You can't open the door. Why are you making me wait? She just went away to Rajabalayam. They came and reported to me. I said, okay, let her face her obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. She just fell into chicken pox. Only one pattern. I said, all right, if they are not ready to listen, I told so much. Drop this pattern. Behave yourself. Bring Paramashanta inside your space. So much I told. It's a directly guided. But did not listen. 5 minutes it took for Annamaya to open the door to let her in. Just for that 5 minutes, she can't stand out and she went away to the other campus, branch. Just next day, Chicken pox. Yes, she'll be out of chicken pox. I will protect her, heal her, all that. But the pain, she only has to go through. I can give you thousands of examples. Sees in the directly, physically, face to face, she will literally destroy that person in anger and violence. She can't tolerate people. Don't destroy yourself. Work on this pattern, heal yourself, and learn to manifest powers. She was not ready to listen. I tell you guys, some of the best people I have are those who broke all the. I gave just few Guru walks to Guru Charani. But when she broke that, she started manifesting such power. Anyone she talks, they get physically healed, mentally healed. It's a power manifestation. Can give you millions of case studies for this side. People who obeyed, who listened, and compulsive reactionary pattern. Same way, I can give you the example this side. People who did not listen. And what you guys have done, I tell you, instead of making sannyasis, if I just get people higher and make them work, 1% of the money I spent on training my sannyasis last 20 years. Last 20 years, the money I training my sannyasis, brahmachari. Balasans. Even 1% if I spend and start hiring professionals, they would try. I know some of the fellows who are brahmacharis, when they are angry, they will destroy digital equipments. I tell you, if I bother about the productivity. If they don't work, fire. I would have got 1,000 times more work with just 1% of the money. This many of the Adinavasis, so-called Adinavasis who come, when they do big crimes like destroy too much money and too much things, they just disappear. But they cannot escape. Karma is going to. Only the Guru's protection will save you from karma. When you do Guru Droha and Sangha Droha, how that karma can be Sangha Droha or Guru Droha? Wherever they go, it will haunt them. Whatever good you have done to Guru, be escape. You can't escape from that bad karma. Enlightened being does not have karma. Only an incarnation can save you from your karma. Listen carefully. This is the reason he is telling that. That is the reason he is telling. Yes, no reason other than taking care of you, liberating you, saving you. Many times I have told people, hey, this is the time you and your brother should be away from each other. Means when there is a karma trait, karma connection running through them, one agitates the other with extreme compulsive. I tell them, be away, be separated for some time. It will be good for you. Otherwise, whoever listened, obeyed, they survived. When they try to give their own reason for same way, sometimes I will tell people, hey, you be with this person will train you and clear all Maya. She will exactly point your obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern, and you have a great opportunity to ready. Then I said, all right, what can be done? Guru walk can save you from wasting years and years in pain and suffering. In your obsessive, compulsive, reactionary behaviors and patterns. Not listening and not listening to Guruvak and not breaking this obsessive, compulsive, reactionary behavior. Some of the best people I have seen in my life, best disciples I have produced here. Some of the worst people I have seen are not breaking this obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern and suffocating themselves with it and blaming everyone for it. Sometimes the instruction will be too simple. Once Dhyanatma was suffering in a pattern, I just told her, you shave your head, that's all. Just shaving the head. She became all right, completely all right from that pattern. She just saved herself. People don't listen. Dvaita Varchita, I am telling you clearly, no medicine will heal you, nothing will heal you. Only aligning to Kailasa lifestyle, nothing will heal you. Go anywhere you want, nothing will heal you. You are suffering with obsessive compulsive behavior pattern, that reactionary pattern, and you suffocate yourself with it and abuse everyone. Nobody can save you unless you come to the listening to Guruvak. Purnapriya, you are crossing your limits. You will see. I am putting all these on public record. Their obsessive compulsive behavior, that reactionary patterns and suffocation and saved themselves or destroyed themselves. Cute. And they identify themselves with it and they feel that is their freedom. It is like calling your shit as your food. Your shit can never be your food. Your tumor can never be your muscle. Yourself with your cancerous tumors. You think your cancerous tumors are your muscles and that's very cute. No. Understand what is your cancer and what is your muscle. Not understanding is not cute. When you don't understand and don't listen to retrievable. In few days, I'll give you guys the update about this Vishnu Bharani. Now, I told openly, some of you, maybe your his friends, try to call him and advise his father. Now it is running through him. I felt so bad because I told the father so many times, hey, don't you understand? You already tried. He came back when he thought he is all right. But what happened in few days, you know? Oh, my son has become now all right. He thought we are like a mental asylum. That he is permanently healed. It's a karma trial. But what to do? Only few days he had that clarity. Oh, I missed the life. But then again, the delivery. thousands and thousands. thousands of references. How people destroyed themselves and how they flare up with that reactionary, compulsive, suffocating behavior. Dvaitavarchita, don't worry, I will never stop spending for you. I am not talking because I need to spend money on your health and things. I'll give you 1,500 out of your process. Not real disease. There is no real disease. And wherever you yourself and others. They may be hearing. I don't know whether they are listening. I can give 1,000 examples. Torture to everyone in the name of he is having back pain. I told him, hey, all you need is just yoga and get out of this pattern, this treatment. But I spent so much. Treatment. He did not listen. He disappeared. Now, because he disappeared, whether the pattern is there or not, pain is there, his decision is right, he won't be able to handle himself. And now almost 27 years of public life from this year Chaturmasya will be 41st Chaturmasya. I think at the age of 3 I started the first Chaturmasya. So this coming Chaturmasya from this Guru Purnima to Navaratri will be 41st Chaturmasya. This 41 years of spiritual life and 26 years of public life, I have seen all kinds of people. Let us all plan together this 41st Chaturmasya. Let us spend on Shastra Adhyayana, spiritual scripture reading and empowering ourselves through the spiritual scriptures. Let's make this Chaturmasya as a special for spiritual scriptures reading. Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutra, all the commentaries, books I wrote, Let's spend time and energy on studying it and enriching the whole world with it. I have 3 projects. Want to do these 3 for this Chaturmasya. All over the world, at least in 100 countries, I want the Rathotsava to happen, like taking the chariot, how we used to do in India, Kodikan Darsana Radayatri, from temple to temple, place to place. And we had, even in Malaysia, we had Rathotsava. Same way I want in US, Canada, all the countries where the Sangha is large enough. I think more than 100 countries we have Sangha large enough to conduct the Ratha Yatra from Guru Purnima to Navaratri. That's one. And from Guru Purnima to Navaratri, library. Have a beautiful large library for people to come and read. And free food. One book, my Bhagavad Gita, will be gift. They cannot take any other book from the library. Prasadam they want. One book, Bhagavad Gita, my Bhagavad Gita commentary as a gift. I want this project, Annalaya, yes, both to be provided on itself and distributing it to all the food, everything needed. All the ashrams should provide this in all countries all over the world. All Kailasas should do this. One, Ratha Yatra. Second, this. Start serving others. Easily you will get out of many obsessive, compulsive, reactionary patterns and suffocations, because obsessive, compulsory, reactionary patterns are always centered on self. Thus, everything will become all right. Everything will become all right. The first project, Ratha Yatra. In all ashrams, opening the library and Annalaya freely. Shiva to manifest intensely in the temple and in your life. All Los Angeles Sangha, listen. If you start these 2 projects, Los Angeles Sangha, if you start these 2 projects in temple free Annalaya and Jnanalaya and distributing Bhagavad Gita to people who come to temple, and free food. Whatever food they want to carry, they can carry also. If you guys start doing this, wealth and everything, all the best things will be showered on you guys. And Paramashiva more and more will manifest in temple to you guys. The third project. It's one of the best. Collect whatever people can contribute. One handful of rice, $1, or just fundraising. That is the way to reach out to people. I tell you, begging is the best non-will the secret. Begging is the way. I led this whole spiritual revolution. Powerful, best non-violent methodology of mobilizing people for any great revolution. Buddha used it. From the time Hindu sannyasis used this, from time immemorial, Adi Shankara used it. It is given as a lifestyle for sannyasis, not just to collect something from people. This is the most powerful non-violent way of mobilizing people for a spiritual revolution. For a spiritual revolution. Go around from house to house. In the initial few days, you will not understand what I am saying. But within this few, you will realize this, what I am saying. This is the best way to mobilize people. Non-violent way of mobilizing. Whatever may be your background status. Every day decide to spend 1 or 2 hours. Madhugari Bhiksha for Kailasa. Over. You will see the result. That's the way I see Madhugari Bhiksha. No, I am not here just for food, because they know, hey, this person, does he need food? You can see how satisfied for some other reason. They get curious and inquire about me. Who are you? Why are you here? What is happening? Then they get connected when I explain everything. And then they join me. That is the way this whole revival of Kailasa happened. நாடே இல்லடா, நாங்க பிச்சை எடுக்காத ரோடு இல்ல, நாங்க பிச்சை எடுக்காத நாடே இல்லடா உலகத்துல. That is the way, the most non-violent way. I mobilized people from all over the world for this great spiritual revival. of Kailasa. This great spiritual revolution, Kailasa, you should carry Bhagavad Gita books with you. Even if they give $1, you should give them one book. Then they will understand you are not here for begging, collecting. You are here for giving. But when you want to give, nobody opens themselves up. They feel, why should we receive? But if you are asking for something, they feel superior and they try to give. And then after they give, if you give the book, they say, okay, give. You are here for brainwashing people. You are here with some cunning strategy. Go with a begging bowl and ask them something. If you beg, you will open more number of people's heart than if you gift Bhagavad Gita to people. Begging is the most powerful non-violent strategy for mobilizing people for spiritual revolution. You would have never looked at begging from this angle. நாங்க பிச்சை எடுத்து பச்சடி பண்ணவங்க இல்ல, கிச்சடி பண்ணவங்க இல்லடா, பிச்சை எடுக்கிறதுல PhD பண்ணவங்கடா. So understand this science. பிச்சை எடுத்து கிச்சடியோ பச்சடியோ பண்ணவங்க இல்ல, நாங்க பிச்சை எடுக்கிறதுல PhD பண்ணவங்க. Let us plan for this 3 project. For coming 41st Chaturmasya. So with this, the obsessive, compulsive, reactionary behaviors, patterns, and stop suffocating yourself and stop blaming others. They put this pattern on me, this person put this pattern on me, that person told me to be like this. Stop blaming others. Hands. Blaming others will not save. Yourself. I've also seen people telling, oh, I tried my best. I feel like I will lose my mind will break. Ah, God. Actually, your mind should break. That is what is enlightenment. If you feel that your mind will break, you will lose your mind, you should enlightenment happens. Now, I have seen people telling, actually, you should lose your mind. That's the way enlightenment happens. You should break your mind. That's the way best. Nothing else can be called as best. I tried my best is the cunning way of cheating yourself. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Causing, living Paramadvaitam, Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्री कैलासोन्नत स्वरूप परशिव पुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद् गुरु श्री ज्ञानभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूर सेना इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परम पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री शिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधिकोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धार श्री कैलाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमान विज्ञान वितरणे
into some Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam. His divine holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Satsang. Brahmaveetam Gaganasrasham Prathamasya Vilakshya एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदे साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं Please be aware of the important cautions. What is by manifestation?
Conscious. When they happen to you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is power. When it happens to you out of your free will and consciousness, it is power. When you fall into dream, it is powerless. When you decide to dream, it is powerful. And added the ultimate powerfulness. Surya, the Surya. And it's a power manifestation. Nothing but cognitive shift. It's not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? Being alive, strategic existence, all these things has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything.
Now let's understand.
Shiva. Thus, manifestation, maintenance, he resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomaha, Radhomaha, unborn. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Ishana, 5 faces he manifests, and thus the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Prabhava, pulling out of delusion, through these 5 faces. Now listen carefully. Ghoram, Ishana, these 5 faces, thus Panchakrityas, each face, EHASE pace. Understand? Created. Liberation needs to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion. Rubhava need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata has 5 phases. Ishana Murti has Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phases. His 5 phases. Agora Murti has his 5 phases. Vamadeva Murti has his 5 phases. Satyojata phases of Mahasadashiva.
Now, who is this divine holiness? Bhagavan Nithyananda Satsang.
Mahasannidhanam. His divine holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a revival of Kailasa, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. His divine holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is an avatar and is supreme pontiff of Hinduism. He has made the science of power manifestation yoga temple-based university for humanity. Nithyananda Sovereign Order of Kailasa, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns and Hindu diasporas, are working for the global peace and superconscious breakthrough for the humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source book of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. As 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, the ancient apex body of Hinduism, and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam. He has made His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the burst prosecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and characters by the anti-Hindu elements. Bhagavan has given us the pramana, the evidences in all levels for us to understand the science of our manifestation in much more depth and that superconscious breakthrough in humanity. The science of our manifestation is scientific, time-tested, authentic, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, Shastra, is the eternal, unchangeable truth. The Pramanas, the evidences revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana are the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, Siddhas, all these great people who are the authority of Hinduism, who have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, which is time-tested, scientific, foolproof, and authentic. The Atma Brahmana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam's, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation, Bhagavan's very own Leelas. Shakshi Pramana are the experience of millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study made on the measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. The evidences in all levels has been clearly given for us to understand how we can live as a superconscious breakthrough as in our humanity. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas.
Tajnanam chitta sahitam देवी शून्यालयो भवेत् क्वचिद् वस्तुनि विन्यस्य शनैर्दृष्टिं निवर्तयेत् तज्ज्ञानं चित्तसहितं देवी शून्यालयो भवेत्
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Power, consciousness over matter. Paramashiva says, having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, Vastu, one should slowly withdraw the sight from that object as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of that object along with the thoughts and impression of it. O Devi, then O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists, which is the state of all-inclusiveness or infinity. Bhagavan beautifully says how Guruvak simply makes everything happen in your life and remove all the delusion, the obsessive, compulsory, reactionary, all that is the delusion that we go through and constantly pulled into that. We engage in those and get destroyed. Bhagavan beautifully says how we can live without all that when we have the simple Guru acts followed in our life. Just because we followed, it has to be removed. Such a beautiful space that when Guru gives us the ultimate oneness, anything else is not necessary in our life. Anything that comes in our life is only a delusion. Whatever we understood, whatever we have gone through, whatever we perceive is only a delusion. We cannot, the mind cannot understand infinity. If it can understand, it cannot be less than the infinity, right? Mind is something which is a processor. Whatever the mind is thought to do, it will do. When we were 1 year or 2 years, we did not have this kind of mind. We did not have the thoughts. But as we grew, the thoughts raised and raised and raised, and we are obsessed with it now. Anything happens, we get obsessed with it. We get reaction in it. That is because of the way we have trained the processor to function. Now we have to undo that, unwind. That's what we call it, unwind on weekend. We have to unwind all the time. Unclutch is the best unwind Bhagavan has given us, the greatest secret. Following the Guru Arc and unclutch from everything that we know. Only if we leave everything that we know, we can understand everything that we don't know. The ultimate, the Paramashiva in us. We are so caught up in something what we know, and we are forgetting to see what is much more than what we perceive as our reactionary lifestyle. There is something more and something beyond and something which very nature of us, and we love to reside in that all the time. And that's why we never get bored of sleep, get tired of sleep, and never, even though we do it for 8 hours, 10 hours, we want more of it. The beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva is where we all reside, whether knowingly, unknowingly, accepting, not accepting. Bhagavan is beautifully saying how we can be in that oneness with Paramashiva if we just follow the Guru Arc and get over our reactionary patterns. The reaction every time happens in us. Every anger, every second we get annoyed, frustrated, or deluded into some fantasy, or any of the traumas that we go through, health, wealth, relation, everything he says is because of the delusionary, all the obsessive, compulsive reaction that we are going through, which destroy us and others around us. If we let go a little bit of that identity, not giving it power, but just being in the oneness with Paramashiva, again and again taking his Guru Arc, anything he says in the satsang as our Guru Arc and following it, simple obedience will make our life the much blessed life and blessed life that we can experience. Bhagavan beautifully said how he was grown with all the stories of Prahlada, Markandeya, these great stories when told to the young children, they do not form all these reactionary world, but only in the space of oneness. They grow Yama on Achiketa is asking, the authenticity, the space that he held, that the door was closed for 3 days and he waited. A small kid, no eating, literally fainted at Yama's door. And then the door opened. Same way, Sukha Brahma, when he went to Janaka's house, he was asked to wait 1 week. Not that he's a great saint and he's a great avatar, he has to be celebrated when he came, but nobody bothered him. But after 1 week, there was a big celebration that he's at the door. He still doesn't bother that there is a celebration now for him. He just remained as is to understand what is Janaka and what he has to say. Only in the authenticity of what we need to learn. We all came down to realize our superconscious space only to celebrate Bhagwan. Coming here, we've forgotten all that steps. And here we start suffocating ourselves with our ideas and views and all our thought grid, which is completely wrong. Bhagwan knows exactly what needs to be done and how it has to be done, when it has to be done, all the details, even it looks completely chaos. But it is all in order. The leelas that are played, once everything is over, everybody will understand and everything will be celebrated. But celebrating when it is happening is the ultimate gift. Bhagwan, how beautifully said, the Variyar understood immediately when he was given that little clarity by Bhagwan. How can the Linga and the Atma can be separated? It can be never be separated. And when that words he heard, he immediately knew that Skanda has come down to simply give him the blessing. And he could not move himself or do anything except watch Bhagwan walk out of the door. Till that, he did not even lower his hand. That happens only when you are in that earning space and completely in oneness with Paramashiva. All the time when Paramashiva appears in any form, you will simply recognize and simply get initiated with Bhagwan. That is the most beautiful space that we can experience only when we reside continuously in that space. No reaction, because we are so busy with the Paramashiva space of searching that as our ultimate truth. Now let's go to Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, Siddhas, who lived on planet Earth manifesting all the powers. How Bhagwan said, so many of his disciples are manifesting powers just by following Guruvak. Here, Bhima was given poison and tyrant and with all the stung by the snakes and still fine. He was so happy to realize that Bhima was his human descent, offered him some, that he wanted to offer him something to drink, which gave him power, magical drink, which gave him power of 10,000 elephants. And he became more powerful when he just went beyond all that was stung on his body or all the pain that was given. Simply, he got into the next level of manifestation of 10,000 elephants. That is what happens when you go beyond your body pain or physical illness, that nothing can be part of us. Everything is a delusion. And Bhagwan simply will start manifesting through me when I take the Panchakriya, all the Pachapati Vridam or Nirahara Samyama. When we follow this, simply there is another dimension, strength that happens in our system that is beyond the measure of what we can think of. Here, Bhagwan is giving us the ultimate science, how the power increases. Now, we have the Shakshi Pramana of the disciple, devotees, followers all around the world who are initiated by Bhagwan, who have increased. As the time increased, they were able to increase a phone which they have completely switched off and completely all the apps off, and they were able to increase the battery. You can see this beautifully increasing the phone battery, the silicon, power over silicon. So that is what we are going to do. You can close all your apps if you're watching this very power manifestation session in your phone. Don't close that. Everything else you can close it. And if you're increasing the power in your cell phone, make sure you are taking the battery out and use another phone where you can take the battery out and no charger, no apps, nothing. Make sure you're recording with this phone so that you can see completely how you're increasing the whole battery as manifestation of Paramashiva. Let's go to the guidelines. Bhagavan himself is initiating all of us into the manifesting powers. Let's hear that.
Memory, hard drive, laptop, iPad, cell phone, anything which runs by electronics energy. Just 3-4 days before I was just trying to play with my iPad, whether there is listening. I started just listening. I said, this app switch on, it gets off. Without typing the password, it opens. And I just said, go to this app store, went and download the messenger, download it. It was continuously doing. Then I decided, let me convert this into software and initiate as a power to everyone. Very casually I did. And also by tomorrow you guys will be having a software. I'm preparing it. Any battery, you just hold in your hand, it will be charged. Any battery. From the air, it will produce an LC. Actually, I have done it already. I'm converting that into a software. That work is going on. Maybe today, after initiation, I'll be in Samadhi. That time I'll finish the software work. Actually, whenever I'm in Samadhi, I do all this software writing. This power software writing. And I also tightened and closed all the loose ends in this rain software. See, rain is related to length, breadth, depth, all the three. It was too much for many of you guys to swallow yesterday. It was too strong. So I have completed all that, tightened all the loose ends. Today you guys will see. It really becomes 100% success. The rain power, the power over the Vatavarana, after tightening all the loose ends. That is one. Second, any gadgets which runs electrically, electronically, you will be able to control it by will. Operate it, do anything you want with will. Two things. This Jnananjanam I will send it, all of you have. And after having, I'll initiate you guys. Then, the first step, where you are supposed to bring rain, write that, keep it on. Give the instruction and keep the Krishna. Once you give the instruction, that is enough. It does not need to be constantly followed up. You only need to follow up that place, what is happening there. Then pick up any electronic objects you want to play, just put it on the Krishna Shila. Let the Nithyananda participants ask what the Balasant should do. You pen down the instruction, your request. The Balasant will do that. You give the instruction, it will do. Any object, it does not need to be only Balasant's objects, Balasant's iPhones. You keep your iPhone, they'll open it. It'll open, it'll get switched on, it'll download the apps or delete whatever you want. Whatever you want, you write and give them. Always all your requests should be in writing. And then after they perform, you tick or cancel. Any command, only 3 minutes.
So beautiful. Bhagavan himself initiates us all into the power of increasing the silicon power. Any gadget which has silicon, the power can be increased. When Bhagavan says it, it is already a command in the nature which has been already started to function. Only we, nature of human beings, the superconscious beings, we have to realize it in our own space. Once we realize it in our own space, is a manifestation, and that happens when we unclutch from all the patterns. And so many patterns are taken, the karma from so many births, and that can be removed only by the Guruvak. Whenever we follow Guruvak, it just gets removed and a new clarity, new bond starts happening between you and the Guru. So make sure you are having a silicon battery which can be charged. Now let's go to the instruction guidelines. The guidelines for the increasing the power in the silicon. You can apply the Jnananjan if you have in your third eye and your temples. Take a screenshot before and after. The apps are closed. Place the gadget switched on in front of the camera, increasing the battery charge through your third eye. Take a screenshot at the end. Verify the battery on the gadget is increased by 5 to 10 points up with the timestamp. You have manifested the power perfectly, 100%. If you just feel your Kundalini energy, or you feel the heat in the gadget, or the gadget is switching off and on, you still have manifested the power. And if the gadget battery decreases, do not take that, because the gadget might be having some issues which is decreasing it also. So let's do it very authentically and more manifesting Paramashiva in our space. Let's go to the instruction. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bring your awareness to your third eye. When you bring your awareness to your third eye, more and more manifestation happens. Life is a manifestation. We only live from lower three chakras, which is obsessive, compulsive, reactionary life. Raise yourself, remember Paramashiva again and again. The visualization and verbalization should be only Paramashiva. Other than Paramashiva, nothing do I know. They even sing a song, why did you give me an eyelid, which stops me for a few seconds of not seeing Paramashiva. To that extent, they were all melted in Paramashiva, that they manifested huge powers. So constantly hold that space of Paramashiva in your third eye. Bring the verbalization and visualization to your third eye only as Paramashiva. For a few minutes, tell the mind, hey, I'm teaching you a new process. Learn this. All that you have learned, you can keep it aside and we'll work on it little later, those issues. Now it's a new project. That all that I'm going to visualize and verbalize is Paramashiva. I am going to be drained and in oneness, remembering Paramashiva likes, hugs, dikshas, darshans, the Krishna's darshans. Every moment that I enjoyed with Paramashiva is only going to be visualized for some time. All other things are going to be just kept aside, so that I am in complete Shaktipada, only the Thyaga, that I am Paramashiva, experiencing Paramashiva as my only state, and intensely chant the Mahavakya. Mahavakya raises your intensity and your frequency. More and more, when you listen deeply and start chanting the Mahavakya, you start manifesting extraordinary powers. Now let's sit straight. Remember to keep your another camera ready to capture the whole thing. Let's start. Sit straight, visualize Paramashiva, contemplate on the great truth that Bhagavan has revealed. Chant the Mahavakya intensely and continuously. Let's start.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva pour through, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Let Paramashiva stir in all our bodies. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our bodies. Yananda Paramashivam. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful. Whatever now for this first cycle you have manifested, take a screenshot immediately and see what the screenshot was before, the power, and now what is the screenshot. Whatever you have manifested is Paramashiva's gift for you. Again and again, Bhagavan shows that he exists whenever you complete with your obsessive compulsive pattern and ready to stand up for the reality. Who you are, seeking the ultimate truth is the only reason how you want to get out of these patterns and experience only Paramashiva and only Bhagwan again and again makes you manifest these powers. Surrender all that to Bhagwan's lotus feet. Whether you manifested, whether you found your pattern, whether you want to get rid of your pattern, how to hold that, whatever is going on in your mind, just drop that to Bhagwan's lotus feet. We're going to have one more cycle. Make sure all the apps are closed. There is no charger. It's purely the space of oneness, which is manifesting as powers. Chant the Mahavakya intensely. Once you surrender, once you take a screenshot, fresh, new, now, let's start the second cycle. Sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Continuously remember Paramashiva in your third eye. That is the visualization and verbalization in your third eye, the awareness in your third eye. Bring to your Agnya. Consciously do it till the mind learns how it should start living that as your reality. The Agnya is a manifestation stage where you manifest all your reality. The lower three chakras are constantly deluding you with all the confusion and simply getting rid by doing the Panchakriya or Haritaki or using the Nirahara Samyama, Pachapatni Vridam. Anything brings you out of delusion to make you aware of the higher reality. And beautifully, you can experience the ultimate oneness and see the manifestation happen as a result of it. So let's sit straight. Remember Paramashiva in our third eye. Constantly chant the Mahavakya, raising the battery just in pure will of Paramashiva, manifesting as Parashakti. So let's start chanting for the second cycle. Please make sure you have recorded the first part. Now you can start a fresh recording. You can take a screenshot and start your video recording. Sit straight, visualize Bhagavan, contemplate on the great satsang truths and what Swami Amma said also, and start chanting intensely the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Yananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Yananda Paramashivam. 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 Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, now please, most important, sharing. The sharing, causing others' life, reaching out to all the 8 billion people in their own languages, in their own places, is something phenomenal. Creating all this social platform, if you're manifesting and sharing it, simply will reach out to each and every one to make them understand what is power manifestation. Just surrendering to your Guru and the Guru Vak, making it reality and manifesting your life. tinyurl.com/power manifestation. You can go and post all your photos, videos, powerful cognition, thanking Swamiji for this powerful cognition and power manifestation that has happened in you. All that is required from our side is surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet, all that powers and powerful cognition to get more and more depth into all these realities, the existential reality. More and more surrendering to Bhagwan and thanking Bhagwan will make you manifest more powers and in consistent way. With that, thanking Swamiji, let's end this session with Purna Mantra. Make sure you tag your friends and families, all these videos, and ask them also to come for the satsang and power manifestation session. Let's end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for participating today in the Power Manifestation session. See you all again after the darshan, after the satsang for more manifestation. Thank you, Nithyanandam.